Alrighty. Ah! So.
Lift these on my pocket. You guys want any Parmesan cheese?
Did you take Parmesan cheese? And he only drank half of his wine.
Half my wine. I'm being classy.
Is that what you're staying classy?
Mm-hmm. Team Soldiers of Christ. As you get older.
Team Soldiers of Christ.
You realize.
Here we go.
Yeah. You realize that you can't drink a lot in public anymore.
Hello there, Facebook, as Facebook builds my audience.
Hi, guys.
Myki, Angeline here. Speaker, journalist, writer on Medium.com is the bad Filipino with my friend and birthday boy.
Hello.
DJ. We just saw, why am I going this direction? We just watched Thor. His first time being at the Palladio in Folsom. His first time ever being in the theater. His first time doing the DBox seats. What did you think of the DBox seats?
The DBox seats. Okay, so that theater, that place is amazing. I've never been there before. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I have never been there before, and actually, I don't even think I've been in this whole plaza outlet thing here.
Okay, it's awesome. It
actually is really, really nice.
It just
I haven't
keeps
been to Folsom
going.
in so long. Yeah, I'm lost.
And at night, music plays and there's lights.
That's incredible. Yeah, no, the theater was, I was shocked in how amazing it was. They had everything: food, wine, liquor, beer, drinks. I was pretty.
We had pizza.
We had pizza, and it actually wasn't that bad.
It was good pizza.
It was actually pretty decent.
I thought so.
Yeah, and then the guy put extra cheese on my nachos too. I was like, yes, yes. No, but it was amazing. The D seats. Sorry, I jumped ships, but the D seats. Okay, so the D seats are they called D seats?
They're called D-box seats.
The D-box.
Because it's in 3D.
Right. Okay, so we're in the seats, and there's like a medium, there's like a light vibration, mild vibration, maximum vibration.
You can adjust the vibration of the chair. So these chairs actually simulate movement to coincide with the film. And it does. It coincides with, laser shots, with being thrown against a building, dangling. That's the thing when it leans a little bit forward, so it's like you're looking down over a cliff kind of thing. That's what that does. And I had mine full throttle.
Of course I did. Of course. Why wouldn't you go full throttle? I wanted all the vibrations.
we're at level 11.
It was so fun.
What's up, sugar? Right?
Oh, hey, Bill. It was so much fun. I had a great time. The vibrations on the chair were fantastic, and of course I was drinking because I'm always drinking. And so the movie, I was so shocked.
Okay.
To this
now,
movie.
It's important to hear how he feels because he's the DC Marvel pro nerd. So go for it.
Okay, so I am someone who is not. I wasn't a big fan of like all the original Thor movies, the first and the second one. I just didn't feel like it had as much depth as the rest of the shows did, or as the rest of the films did. I apologize. And so for me, that this last one kind of coming full circle for me with the dad and the emotions of what they were trying to have us feel in the first film with the dad and him being injured and being ill and
played by
oh my god, what is his name?
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Actor.
Clarice. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
Okay, if anyone can remember who the actor is that plays the father, Thor's father, and in Silence of the Lambs, please pipe in, but go for it.
Crap!
It's not his name.
She said she should be casted as Wonder Woman. That is not his name.
Is your phone ringing?
Oh my god, look, I got a new Apple Watch for my birthday.
Who's calling you right now?
Some random. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, it's probably not a random. Okay, so anyway. Stop it. How do I stop these? I don't even know how to work it. I don't even know how to work it. Okay, so.
Your watch.
So. Damn it, now I thought.
You were excited about the father?
I was excited because this Thor movie came full circle. Ragnarok. No,
Oh,
probably. That Ragnarok.
The Ragnarok. What? That's a horrible name.
The third movie kind of came full circle for me, and I thought that they did a great job with implementing an emotional aspect to this film, as well as the comedy aspect to the film. And like I said earlier, if you watched our review on the way here, our little chat and rant on the way here, you saw that I was excited about the colors that were going to be a part of this, the whole Marvel collection. And so they did an awesome job in just creating those visuals. And I think Thor even makes a comment about painting the room. He goes, well, pick red or white, pick a side, pick a color.
Red, white, what are you doing?
And so I think that that's so great, and it's very captivating to the eye when you're looking at things like that, to keep others entertained. And so for me, visually, I was very entertained, and they brought those emotional aspects to the film with the father, tying it back from the first film. And then, I don't know if you guys have seen it, so I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Who cares?
Right, okay, well, the father dies, and I thought that was like a really significant moment in the film because it gave more depth to who Thor was and his character and what he was looking to do. Jeffrey Lane.
Who's Jeffrey Lane?
Yes, thank you.
No, who's Jeffrey Lane?
Sugar Ray. That's Jeffrey Lane is
No.
Yes, it is Jeffrey Lane.
You look up
Silence of the Lambs?
No, look it up. You have something to look it up.
Okay, watch this. If I pull it up and it says Jeffrey Lane,
it's not Jeffrey Lane, I promise. That's not who that actor is. Okay. So
continue. Go ahead. Okay,
so then but you know who else they did that with was Loki.
Really?
There were moments when Loki had a heart. There were.
Jeffrey Dahmer, that's not correct.
He's real, and he's a murderer. He's a mass murderer. I need you to look up Silence of the Lambs, and the actor will tell you in there. So, while you're doing that.
Oh, it's definitely not Jeffrey Lane.
No.
Okay, you're right.
Who is it?
It was Rick, played Clarice's father. That's not what we want.
We
want Thor's father.
Who is it?
His name is not Sean Connery.
Look it up.
I'm going to right now.
Anyhow, while he's looking it up, the two key scenes where Loki had a heart. When Thor was explaining how, when he said, I think I should stay on this planet, and he agreed. And he had said, I always loved you. He said, I thought we were going to grow up.
God damn.
He thought we were going to grow up and rule the world together. And you see that change in Loki's face. Like, he really did feel that way about me. Because he felt he was lied to his whole life. He was bitter as fuck. But when Thor was being very honest with love to say how much he loved Loki and he had wished that they could rule the world together, that got to Loki.
Yeah.
You saw that in his face. Who's the actor?
Anthony fucking Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
I knew
that. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot.
Who the fuck is Jeffrey Lane? Anthony Hopkins.
Hi.
Where are you waving to?
These random people that were looking at me while I was reacting to Anthony Hopkins.
Oh gosh. And then of course at the end, remember when he's like, if you were here, I'd hug you, and he catches
it. And he catches the thing. See, they were playing on those emotional aspects that I wasn't ready for. I didn't know that they were going to do that.
Because he came back and saved all the people.
Well, but they knew that. We knew that was going to happen.
But I didn't think Loki was going to do that.
We knew that.
I didn't think Loki was going to do that.
They set that up.
But he went really soft. I thought for sure he was going to try. I thought for sure he was going to try to sabotage you and then get foiled again. That's what I thought.
Well, they set that up even when he was like, I caught your brother, and then he ended up electrocuting him because he knew that Loki was gonna. Yeah, so I was like, okay, he knows. Okay, now Loki's gonna come back and save the day, it's gonna be cute.
No.
They already set that up. How did you get that? Anyway,
no, I didn't get that. It was too clean of an ending for me to get that. I didn't think it was gonna be this clean of an ending because it's not even the end. And then we saw the always when you're watching Marvel. Or DC, right? Is it DC or just Marvel?
DC doesn't really do them.
Okay, especially when you're watching a Marvel movie, stay to the end. There's always going to be a spoiler teaser for what the next chapter is about to happen.
And so we...
Jeff Goldblum was so
Jeff
ridiculous.
Goldblum, oh my goodness.
Matt Damon has a piece in this.
It was so funny.
And then the actor, Sam something. It's Sam something. I want to say Neil. He's in there. That was just weird that he was in there. But
the Matt Damon, I wasn't a fan of Matt Damon, and I don't know when there was a peak. There was a peak in my Matt Damon life, and I just was like, oh, maybe I do like Matt Damon.
Okay.
I don't know. I just couldn't get with those Born Supremacy movies. They just weren't for me. But
I love those. I think Cate Blanchett did amazing.
She slayed it.
She slayed it, and this is the thing because I didn't know. There was more history revealed. Apparently, I mean, let's just talk about all the drama in this family.
Very deep. Soap opera.
It's like watching the Christies.
Yeah, telenovela.
The fact that before the dad dies, oh, did I forget to tell my sons? Y'all got a sister. And she's evil as fuck. Poof. And then he's gone. And they're looking at each other like, we have a sister?
She's death.
And she's evil as fuck?
And she can kill us all.
She's the goddess of death.
Yeah.
I guess as a dad, if my firstborn were the goddess of death, I'd be highly embarrassed. And I wouldn't talk about her either. Because he didn't talk about her for 2 movies. And here he is sitting on his throne, being all, I'm goody-goody, and you need to be goody-goody like your father, and he's not. How about that?
Well, I think it's foolish to sit and believe that anybody's too high and high and mighty. So I mean, I wasn't saying that it was clear, but I mean,
yeah, but they revealed it was
yeah,
but he had a plethora of skeletons.
Yeah,
like a plethora. He was completely, what's his name again? Odin. Completely opposite who he portrays himself to be in the first 2 movies.
But see, there needs to be a point, and that was his point.
Yeah.
He learned that what he was doing was wrong, and then he completely formed threw the daughter in exile, and then was like, I'm going to raise Loki and Thor to kind of
let's go realistic here. He murdered and wiped out races of people, stole from them. What did the sister say? Where do you think all this gold came from? Yet he didn't have to pay for any of those mistakes. That's the part that I couldn't get past.
Well, he did. His daughter ended up being the goddess of death.
He physically didn't have to do anything.
He literally just turned to dust.
Okay, after old age. He lived and ruled for years.
I mean, here's the thing.
So what was he suffering? That Loki was the stepson that turned into a jerk, and his oldest daughter is the queen bitch of the universe? That's not enough of a punishment.
That is.
No.
Who wants to exile their own child? Who wants to exile their own child? At the end of the day, regardless of anything, if somebody's child, like if your daughter was like, hey, I just want to go out and murder people, and then you wouldn't want to take her out, that's your kid.
Hold on.
So I think for me...
I think you're missing what I'm saying.
For me, I completely understand what you're saying. I think you're missing what I'm saying.
Okay.
My thing for me is I get like, yeah, we should have killed him because he killed all these people. No, he dealt with that. His issues
Did he deal with that? So if anyone was left of any of the worlds that he dominated, do you think they would feel that justice was served when all of their people are dead and they're the only ones alive? That justice is served that he had to exile his daughter. You think that was enough?
So what was for me personally? Well, I mean, what would your justice be? Are you going to go kill him?
I think he should have. Yes.
Okay.
I think his.
A life for a life isn't right.
I don't even think exile. I think his children should have been stricken from him. Why not?
But they were.
No, they weren't.
She's like in some dungeon underground. Loki's some random like murderer, killer, secret taker over, and Thor got thrown to Earth with the planes.
Yeah, and then he boffed it with the hot chick and was eating pancakes and having a glory old time on Earth. Okay, and let's go to the whole when Thor discovers his real talent. Hi, Matt. Hi, Angela.
Hi. His real talent?
Remember when it's revealed that it isn't really the hammer that's his power? Because I felt traces of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I felt Mortal Kombat.
You felt Mortal Kombat because
he was Raiden.
Because Thor is the god of thunder, and
we've known that.
But he was even more so. He discovered a depth of his power he did not know existed until this film, right?
Right, because
so his eyes glow like the like lightning white, and he has lightning coming out of his whole body. And my thought was, oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender, because that's what he looks like when he turns into all 4 elements. And then he loses an eye, and it's this molten red, and all of a sudden he looked like Prince Zuko from the same movie. I thought that was just bizarre. I know he was supposed to be like his father, losing the eye.
Right.
But it was I think, I don't know, my mind went to Avatar: Last Airbender.
I went to Mortal Kombat.
You said he did a move.
He did the old school Raiden Mortal Kombat spin. The little... That's what he did.
I don't remember Raiden's
That's what he
moves.
did. It was okay. I'm gonna pull it up. We're gonna have to do a side by side.
Okay.
It's so funny, but yeah, no. I think we already knew he was like the god of thunder. The whole play on Zeus and
true. I just thought the hammer was his
gonna
power.
Be different brothers and sisters of different things.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, so I mean, but basically that's what it was. The hammer, which is what the dad said, it was basically a talisman. This is what you were using to focus your abilities. But once you lose the talisman, the power's still there, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess he finally got into a point with himself where he could master.
And I loved the what's her face that was she was of
Valkyrie.
Yes.
I was a
Another
little skeptical of her at first.
Strong female character.
But she did carry her own.
She did.
Raging
alcoholic.
Drinking problem.
Raging alcoholic. Well, for just reasons, I guess. You know, not wanting to be dragged into the family problems, as she put it. That was hilarious the way she said that.
And I think too.
I mean, because I guess it was questionable why she was so strong. I was waiting for that to reveal.
But she knew that with her armor. Her armor was exactly the same.
But see, I don't know the Valkyrie.
Okay.
See, you do.
No, I was saying the way that she was dressed when she came off her plane and was like, he's mine, was the same outfit as like Thor's and the rest of them when you look at it.
Except I don't know the background to know that they're actually from the same planet. That they actually fought. They're people like. She was part of a group of Amazon women that defended the kingdom. Like, I didn't know that background.
Hi, Carmen.
So that was super dope.
Yeah.
Hulk.
Dude, those emotional moments in which what I was talking about, those emotional moments where he was reciting the poem that him and that the Hulk and Black Widow like kind of did in the Avengers. There's the moment where Thor's trying to get him to, Thor's trying to get the Hulk to come back to being Banner.
Yeah.
And he's trying to talk to him, and there's this moment, and you know it's not going to happen because it's too soon for it to happen. But it's so cute and it's so emotional because they're like reaching out for each other, and then he's going for it, and then they just end up fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they bring it back, and then
hey, big guy.
Yeah.
Hey, big guy.
Yeah.
Sun's going down.
Yeah, it was really cute, really emotional. It was like really like pulling at the heartstrings. And then when he gets to the ship and the Hulk sees Black Widow and like loses it, to me that was like, and even for it to be like a CGI character, the emotion and the intent behind what the character was going through in that instant, in that moment was so real.
When
it was
he
very
was
evident.
fighting to not be Banner.
Yeah. I thought that I was just wowed by how in depth that was and how well done that was.
And I was wondering why it was so important for him to stay as the Hulk. You know, like
why it was important for him to stay as the Hulk?
Hi, Grandmaster. Yeah, why? And Zach, what's up? Yeah, why was the Hulk fighting so hard to stay that way? That was deep.
Because, well, like you said, the Hulk and himself had separated. Remember, he thought that they were together. And then he was like, well, now the Hulk has become his own individual person. And the Hulk feels like he's useless if he's not the Hulk.
Oh, okay. I can swallow
And so now everybody's like, you're the ish. You're the best person in the town. You don't have to compete with Hawkeye and Captain America and Thor. And,
this is true.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, this is just a place that's just like for the Hulk. Like, they are like, we are Hulkanatics.
And they cut his hair. That was hilarious. That was Stan Lee's cameo as the barber when Thor gets his long locks of love snipped away to look like a Calvin Klein model.
Right. And then he throws in the cry.
Which they also gave that same haircut to the Hulk. That was hilarious.
Which I thought was really cool. And they had the really good moments where Thor was like, and Thor's always been, if you've paid attention to any of the comics or the cartoons and the original cartoons back in the day, Thor has always been like the one that's like the dumber. Like he's always been like
Thor?
he's always been so slow when it comes to catching up on jokes and things that people are, So because he's so, I don't want to say typical blonde, but that's what it's like. He's like the bimbo of the group.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of his stuff is very like, dude, like, you know, very surfer-esque.
Interesting.
And so it was funny for him to have like these really cool moments of having that whole instant where he's like, surfer dude, and then he's like super intelligent, and then he has these emotional aspects, and then you're like, well, you're just this big old buff guy, and you're not afraid of anything because you're just so dumb. And then he's like, oh, when they're cutting his hair, and he's like, sir, good sir, please don't cut my hair.
Oh, he was crying.
He's crying. And then he's in the Willy Wonka chair.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They actually did the music from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that was hilarious. So overall, as the DC Marvel expert, out of 10, what do you give it?
Oh, I'd say 9.
Why is that?
I would say a complete 9.
What did I just do?
You just reversed the camera angle, so it's either on the back camera. So
how did I do that?
I don't even know. That's a really cool thing to do.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know. Oh no, I was trying to clean the lens because it's so. There we go. Now I just feel like it's. So you give it a 9. So 9 out of 10 recommend. And it was everything you hoped for and more.
Yep.
There. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I'm driving and that's why I won't stay focused. Yeah, I want to say the same. It was good. It was very entertaining.
Really,
I wasn't bored at all. Again, Cate Blanchett's character, goddess of death.
She did such a good job, and I was worried. I didn't think a superhero film was up her alley.
Why not?
I don't know. She's more of. I see her doing a lot of like drama, you know.
Okay.
And she had some comical bits in there too.
Yes,
and I'm like,
she did.
She just
got rid of the 2 princes. You're welcome.
Right. And
you chuckled at that one.
I loved it. She's just she did it. I mean, shame on me for underestimating her abilities.
No, that's even better because now you're pleasantly surprised.
Now I'm pleasantly surprised, yeah. I was amazed. I thought she was really good. I thought this, like, the way that she carried herself, the way that she walked, the way that she talked very seductively. She just knew who she was. She owned that. Great job. Go her.
There it is.
Go her. But yeah, I thought it was a great film. I thought I was going to be underwhelmed with the woman playing the Valkyrie because I just didn't see that for her either. But she held her own, and I thought she was going to fall in and out of that accent, and she held it the whole time.
Yes, she did.
I really love that.
I'm always paying attention to accents.
I'm a stickler. But she did that. I was really amazed. And
right on.
Yeah, great job. I thought it was great. And there was little hints and tricks in there too.
Thor
Ragnarok
on the cock. 9 out of 10 recommend. If you get a chance, go to the Palladio in Folsom and do the DBox seats. Little trick. $5 Tuesdays, you only have to add the additional 8 to the 5 because it's an additional $8 on top of whatever the movie costs to sit in those chairs. So if you want to do the cheapest, go on a Tuesday, and then it's only $13 to sit in that live action chair and have some vino. This is Myki and DJ signing off. Thanks for watching. And yeah, that's it.